welcome back to our channel. So I was just getting ready to get in the shower. My parents called and said that they're on their way to work on my car. So it is raining and cold. I was like, it's raining, it's cold. My dad was like, I don't care. So I just got out of the shower. Little Chubbs is right there. I'm going to go relieve my mother so she can come in and babysit, and I'm going to go help my dad. So I'll try to get you a video. Oh my goodness. Get you a video out there. Bye guys. Hey guys. So me and Little Chubbs here. Say hi. Say I'm grubbing. So I just got done helping my dad fix the car. I didn't vlog because it was stressful and I didn't want to bother him with vlogging because he really done a lot. So it took altogether like almost 8 hours to fix it. So when I'm done feeding her, I am going to show you guys the part that caused all this ruckus. So that's it. We're just chilling. Hi, Little Chubbs. And like I said, when I'm done feeding her, I want to show you guys the part. So I just wanted to let you guys know that I did not vlog. I just wanted to help him, and it was, like I said, it was stressful, and I just appreciate all he does for me. So it means a lot. Thanks, Dad. Okay, guys. So this is the part that caused all this trouble. Let me show you. I'm going to show you on the floor. So, this part right here is what broke off right there. And it was attached to the front of my car. And then this ran all the way through to the front of my car. To like the gear shift. This part alone cost up to $300. Just this wire. $300. Thank God my dad got it at a deal. But this is it. We had to take almost my whole entire car apart. Some roast and potatoes. It's already been eaten though. That's what it looks like. It's been cooking since like 7:30 this morning. And it is delicious. It smells so good all through the house. Yep, guys. So, me and Little Chubbs just got done chowing down, huh? Was it delicious? Was it delicious? Yes, it was, huh? Ah, delicious. Say hi to you two. Say hi. And, so yeah, that part that I showed you about my car, almost $300. If we would have paid to get it fixed, it would have cost almost $1,000. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy for just that wire. But thankfully, my dad took care of me, as he always does, and it's taken care of, so now I have a car for me and Little Chubbs again. Woo! And I don't have to worry about it if I get this job, which I'm pretty sure I did. But I probably won't start till the middle of November because they got to get the store together and stuff. So, but yeah. So me and Little Chubbs, I think, are gonna take a nappy, or she's gonna take a nap. I might watch some TV, or I might take a nap, or I don't know what this is. I honestly think this is age spots. Age spots. Mr. Chubbs makes fun of me all the time. I'm getting so old. I'm getting old. Your mother's getting old, and you're just a baby. So, but yeah, that's about it for right now. I'm probably gonna do a poll on Twitter while we take a break, and we'll see what you guys have to say about that. So, we're going to take a nap. I'm going to put a poll on Twitter and see if anybody comments on it besides Zachary John. And when we wake back up, I'll end this vlog, and me and Little Chubbs will come back to say goodbye, huh? So, we will see you guys in a little bit. Bye. Oh, wait. Somebody wants to say bye. Say bye, guys. See you in a little bit. You two. Mrs. Chubbs back at it. Little Chubbs Say hi. Hi. Say hi, guys. Hi. She's entertaining herself there on the floor. So, we just got done giving her a bath, and I always vacuum before I put her on the floor because we have 10,000 dogs, so I don't want her to have dog hair all over. So, vacuumed and straightened up so that she can play on the floor. And I wanted to get on here and end this vlog so I can get it uploaded and put on at not like midnight tonight. So, I have a great story for you guys. Oh man, I cracked myself up. So, the other night, she sleeps and I don't, so half the time I'm up, until like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. So one of the night, it was not last night, the night before, I edited my whole phone for Halloween. So I changed all my icons to Halloween, put my theme to Halloween, changed my ringtone, my notifications, and everything for Halloween, right? So I changed my notifications to Jason, the right? Well, I turn all my sounds down when Little Chubbs is sleeping, because as soon as the phone, if she's sleeping, as soon as that phone goes off, she wakes up. So I turn them down so that whenever she's napping, she naps, right? So I had it turned down, and I'm messaging. Me and one of my friends, we message all day long. That's all we ever do. Just message. She's a new mom. I'm a new mom. She is constantly like, I don't know what I do without her. I must ask her 101 questions. Even though she's a lot younger than me, she is very wise. She looks up everything. She's all into natural stuff. So, anyways, so my phone keeps going off, but I don't hear it because I have it turned down real low. So normally it just makes this doo-doo-doo sound, but it's real low and I can't hardly hear it. So every time my phone would go off, it would go ch-ch-ch-ch. And I kept thinking, oh my God, where is that coming from? Seriously, looking everywhere like, oh my God, freaking myself out, right? Like, I don't even know what that is. Where's that even coming from? For like an hour and a half until I realized that I had changed my ringtone, and it was my phone. It was my text messages. Literally scared the shit out of myself. I'm not even kidding. I was freaking out for no reason. I'm so blonde. I am not the brightest bulb on the tree. So, yeah, that for real happened. I scared myself over the ringtone that I changed. So, I thought Jason was going to come get me. So, that's a true story. Just happened yesterday. So, anyways, I put a poll on Twitter, and I got 3 responses this time. Woohoo, guys! And you guys want me to tell you about how I almost went to prison. So, it might be a little bit of a long story. I'm going to try to shorten it out the best that I can. But, so, I started dating a guy when I was like 16, 17 years old. And all through school, I was the ugly girl. Like, I was always the fat friend, like, oh, she'd be really pretty if she wasn't so fat, that fat friend. And, like, people didn't like me. They threw rocks at me on my way home, chased me home by throwing rocks at me. They used to beat me up on the back of the bus. They used to call me Amanda Two Boobs because my chest was bigger than everybody else's, and they would hit me in my boobs, and I was just picked on. School was horrible, right? So, I get this boyfriend, and I think he's the greatest thing ever. Not. But at that point in time, I did. And so the person that he dated before me was like a cheerleader and everything. So, what? What? I don't want to hear your darn story, Mom, Here. So, we dated for like almost 2 years. It was my senior year, and she was a freshman, and I was a senior, and she caused all kinds of problems for me and my best friend at the time. Like, literally, she tried to get us expelled from school all the time. She hated me because I was with him. And I hated her because, well, she was like that. She was like a big cheerleader and stuff. So I was always worried he was going to get back to her because why was he with me? Even though she should have took him off me because he wasn't a prize. But anyways, so we disliked each other. But she tried to say that me and my friend tried to chase her home a couple days, that we put rotten food in her locker, that we would beat her up in the hallways. I get called into the office all the time because of her, me and my friend both. And every time I'd be like, that's impossible. I was here. I didn't even ride with my friend then. She's just trying to get me in all kinds of trouble. So it's like a couple days before graduation down in the hometown that I'm from, they have like a big carnival there. And everybody used to go. It used to be a cool place to hang out. Well, me and him had broke up. And of course, I am devastated. I think my whole life is over. How am I ever going to live without him? Oh my God. Really? Not. But anyways, at that point in time, I literally thought my whole life was over because he was my very first boyfriend and the very first person that ever liked me. And I thought I was going to die without him. So I went down to the carnival with my friend that me and her used to get in trouble all the time with to see if he was down there, of course, to psycho stalk him because that's what I would do. And on our way back through, we were stopped at the red light and we noticed this whole group of cheerleaders, and the reason we knew is because they had their cheerleading jackets on, coming across the street, right? So you young kids won't know, but there used to be this song called Bitch. And me and my friend were playing it. We got the radio turned real high, and we got the windows down. I was like, I think that's blah, blah, blah. And my friend was like, me too. And I'm like, oh my God. So I rolled down the window. Like, it was halfway down. I rolled it down all the way. And we started screaming real loud, you know, I'm a bitch. I'm a lover. I don't even remember how it goes. But so we're screaming out the window. And all of a sudden, this girl starts screaming, oh my God. Oh my God, they're going to get me. Run. So seriously, there was like 12 girls. They all went running. We're like cracking up. Like, what the heck is even going on? This was late. It was probably about 9 o'clock at night or so. So we turn around. Now, mind you, we live we lived in a town where it was like house. There was maybe like, I don't even know. You could probably reach the house next to you, right? So we go driving to see, I don't even know what we were doing. We were just being young girls. See if we saw these girls. So we drove around the block. We even turned our lights out to see if we saw them. We ended up seeing one girl roll down the window. Oh, the window was already rolled down. I like yelled yeehaw out the window. We were just being silly. We never saw any more of the girls. So anyways, fast forward to, we're like driving around, still looking for this crazy ex of mine. And we end up getting pulled over by the cops. Okay? So here, they had went to somebody's house and said that we tried to hit him with a car. So we were like, are you kidding me? Like, we never tried to hit him with a car. We never even saw him hit him with a car, right? So he said, well, I got to take all your information down in case they press charges. And so he took all my friend's information. He said, I need your information too because you have to be a witness. And I was like, okay. So my dogs. Seriously though, my door just came open while I was talking to you on the phone. Nobody was there. That's what they're barking at. But our house is haunted, so that's probably why. So anyways, that was like on I think graduation was on a Friday. That was on a Wednesday, I believe. I could be wrong with the days because it was a long time ago. So the day before graduation, at like 11 o'clock at night, they come to arrest me to take me to jail, right? Well, luckily, my mom knew the cop. My mom's begging the cop, please don't take her to jail. Please don't take her to jail. Like, tomorrow's graduation. No, graduation was on a Saturday. They came and arrested me on Friday because I would have had to stay in jail and would have missed graduation. So my mom's begging, please, please, please don't. So he said, well, I won't take you today, but you have to come right after graduation tomorrow and get fingerprint and mugshot, all that stuff. So, that's what happened. I went to graduation. It was so horrible. I cried the whole entire time. I cried, cried, cried. I went to graduation, then I had to go get fingerprinted, mugshot, and all that stuff. It was the worst experience of my life. I had to go into this room with this police officer, and he asked me all these horrible questions that didn't even make sense, like how many sexual partners I had, if I ever been pregnant, if I ever had a miscarriage, if I ever been raped before, if I ever had sex with a woman. I mean, it was horrible. It was so bad. I cried, cried, cried. Now, mind you, I'm 18 years old. This was May. I turned 18 in April. I had never been in trouble my whole entire life. I had never even been suspended from school. Did everything my parents told me to do. I never snuck out of the house. I never lied to my parents. I mean, I was a decent person. So I'm so scared. I'm crying, crying, crying. He's asking me all these horrible questions. So we ended up 6 girls. So there was like 12 or 13 there, but only 6 press charges on us. Hold on, I gotta get Little Chubbs. Come on, baby girl. Okay, so I ended up getting a lawyer. It's so crazy. Like, I wish now I wasn't so scared and I would have just went to jury trial, because we probably could have sued the pants off these people. They ended up taking those 6 girls in a room together. They all filled out the same report with I will call her the Queen Bee, because her and her mother are the ones that did it all. So the Queen Bee and her mom went in there with the other 5 girls, and they all wrote the report. They tried to say that we drove in between these houses. Now, mind you, like I said, you could reach out the window and you could touch your neighbor's house, but we took our car through those houses, that we were blinding them with our lights, that we went over the curb and tried to hit them. Let me tell you, we turned our lights off to see if we could see them. So I know we didn't blind them with their lights. That some girl jumped over an 18-foot fence and broke her leg. Now, how you jumping over an 18-foot fence? That we were screaming, "We're gonna kill you! We're coming after you!" And my lawyer was straight up like, seriously, if they're lying, these girls belong in Hollywood. So I had to take a lie detector test. So I took a lie detector test. I'm sorry, at this point in time, I'm looking at misdemeanor charges for malicious verbal assault, okay? So I take a lie detector test, and of course, I pass it, because we never tried to kill these girls. All of a sudden, they didn't want nothing to do with a lie detector test, which I know it can't be used in court, but it was seriously, I never even took it. Never even took it, even though I took it. I'm sorry, I got to keep watching Little Chubbs and making sure she doesn't crack her head open. So, then, I worked so I got arrested in one state and I worked in a different state. So we'd go to court 4 or 5 times, and finally they dropped the charges, okay? So my lawyer's like, well, I wouldn't get too excited because they could re-arrest you on felonious charges. So I'm at work. Now, mind you, this is going to be a long story. I'm sorry, guys. They would come into my job where I worked. At this point in time, I was a cashier. Her and her mother would stand in front of my register and scream at the top of their lungs, "She tried to kill my daughter! She tried to kill my daughter! Oh my God!" And the manager would have to come take me up and bring me upstairs. It was horrible. They do it 2 or 3 times a week. It was so bad. I'm surprised I didn't get fired. So, one day, I'm at work, and now I'm not close to my biological father, and I never been my whole life. So he comes to my job, and he's like, "Hey, you're gonna come with me tonight?" And I'm like, "Okay." It's like, "Yeah, I just want you to come hang out in my house tonight." And I'm like, "Okay." So I get into the car, and he's like, "So the cops came and arrested your friend, and she's down in the prison, and they're at your house looking for you. So we're gonna keep you over here because they won't be able to come. They won't come over state lines to come get you. Tomorrow we'll take you and get you taken care of. That way we can post bond." So then that happens. So I go to jail the next day again to get fingerprinted and mugshot, and they arrest me on felonious charges, 6 of them. I'm looking at 6 years in prison in 6 charges. So, for malicious verbal assault and whatever, like being an accomplice or whatever, I can't pronounce that word, with my friend, and she got it for basically like attempted manslaughter, okay, with a motor vehicle. So here we are, 18 years old. I'm looking at 36 years in prison, and she's like, I think hers was like 50 or something. For absolutely nothing. Literally, I swear to goodness, I wish I would have beat the bitch's ass, because at least then it would have been worth my time. We had to spend, my bond was like $1,000,000. So my parents had to post bond. They had to put their house up to post my bond so I could get out. So, hold on, I gotta get Little Chubbs again. Come here, little girl. Oh, see, you're gonna hit your noggin. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, a casualty. So, on top of that, so the mom was the main person in this whole thing. So she would, every time, because our court date got continued like a gazillion times. So every time we go to court, I'd be a basket case thinking, oh, this is it, I'm going to prison. And her mom would be like laughing, and she's just laughing it up, right? So one time I'm like hysterically crying, and her mom's down the hall, and she's laughing, and she's pointing at me. And my mom's like, you better stop laughing at my daughter, or I'm going to get you. They arrest my mother. Right? My mom, they would come to my mom's job and do the same thing. I'm gonna kill, or she tried to kill my daughter. Her daughter tried to kill my daughter. They made it so horrible for my family. We had built a house in the town that we lived in. My dad built a house, and we had this big, beautiful house that my mom quit her job, and they packed up and they moved. And I moved. And we moved totally out. And it all had to come down to that her daddy was commissioner of the state or the county that we got arrested in. And I'm not kidding you that I had to plead guilty to yelling you out the window. No joke. That's what I got found guilty for. And I was on 5 years probation. If I broke my probation, I was going to jail for 36 years. Couldn't even go to college because every bit of college money I had to spend on lawyer fees and stuff. And the day that we ended, like the day that I pleaded guilty and to yelling you out the window, no joke, that's what I had to plead guilty to. My lawyer packed up and moved. And so if you tell me that they weren't paid off, now here we fast forward to like 6 months later, one of the girls was getting her nails done, where my friend that was the driver of the car got her nails done, and she straight up said, I didn't know what was going on. Queen Bee's mom told us what to do, and that's exactly what we did. And so if we could have just got one of those girls to say that, we could have sued the pants off them people. So still to this day, that girl is a nurse in a local hospital, and still to this day, if we go to that hospital, me or my friend, she makes a big deal about it. And literally we did nothing to her. Like I said, I wish I would have beat her ass so that all that was worth something. But literally we saw one girl and she ran we saw her for like a split second and we never saw her again. And that is the honest to God truth. So, yeah, that's my story. It was pretty poo. My friend lost her driver's license. They sued my friend. One of the girl that said she broke her ankle jumping over the 18-foot fence, ironically enough, was at cheering practice like 2 or 3 days later. But she sued my friend and ended up getting a brand new car with it, and that week she totaled it. So, karma, bitch. So, yeah, it went on for almost 2 years. It got continued probably about 10 times, and then eventually that's what I had to plead guilty to, yelling you out the window. But that's the moral of the story, that I got the screwy-ooies put to me big time, and it was horrible. It was a horrible experience for me and my family. And I was just very grateful that my family never doubted me. They never ever did. Like, they believed me. They never even second guessed me. They sat me down the very first day I got arrested. They sat me down at the table and they said, I want you to tell us the truth. We got to know one way or another, because we got to know how, what steps to take. If you did it, tell us so we know how to fight it that way. Please just tell us the truth. I told them the truth, and they were 100% behind me the whole time. Thank God, because it was a scary situation, and I seriously was looking at going to jail for 36 years for absolutely nothing at all. So when I see people on TV that go to jail for nothing, like people that I think that are innocent, and they go to jail, and I'm like, oh man, I know it's some shady business. And sometimes, and we lived in a very, very small town, and her dad was a very big wig in that town, and I guarantee that's why we got the screw you's put to us. So, but that's my story. That's how I almost went to jail for 36 years. Prison. I'm sorry, but here I am, and I never went. I never had to be anybody's bitch, thank God. So I wouldn't do very well in prison. So, anyways, that was 21 minutes along. That is 21 minutes, just that story. So I'm going to go ahead and go, because this is going to be almost 30 minutes long. And I hope you enjoyed my story. And me and Little Chubbs will be back tomorrow. Say bye, guys. Look. Say bye, guys. Say bye, YouTube. I love you. Oh, she's going to cry. What are you crying for? Okay, guys. So I hope you have a good evening. I'm probably going to put another Twitter poll on there tomorrow, so keep your eyes open. It's normally in the evening. And that's it. It's game over for the Chubbs family. And we love you. Make sure you like, you subscribe, and you share. Thank you guys for everything. Love ya. Bye, guys.